I found out over pasta I didn't even order. His story popped up between a cat reel and a wedding ad. 11 seconds that made my heart do parkour. String lights. 2 sweating wine glasses. A hand? Definitely not mine. Tucking hair behind an ear. Then the camera swung to Liam's face. He grinned like people do when they're not thinking about you at all. I tapped out. I tapped back. There were 2 more clips. In one, his thumb made lazy circles over the soft part of her hand, in the other, a boomerang kiss. Nothing scandalous. Just 2 adults who'd apparently figured out something I'd always assumed would swing back to me on its own, timing. I put my phone face down like it might burn the table. 5 years earlier, I'd broken up with Liam in a living room that still smelled like our Christmas tree. I had a grad school acceptance across the country and a tote bag that said nevertheless, she persisted. He had a lease, a quiet sort of goodness, and a look that said, if you want a future with me in it, say it. I said, let's not do labels while I'm away. He didn't throw anything. He just said, I don't know how to be loved by a plan, and I boarded a red eye with the confidence of a woman who believed the universe was sentimental. Cut to this summer, I'm back in the same city because my dad's niece started doing interpretive dance, and I've got a job with a title that looks great on email but not on a door. I always thought. Ridiculous, I know. That I'd run into Liam at a farmer's market and he'd be holding limes. We'd banter. He'd laugh in that way that used to feel like someone opening a window. We'd remember. Credits. Instead, string lights and a woman with a yellow dress probably named something soft, like Elise. Spoiler, her name really was Elise. For 15 minutes, her profile was public enough to confirm she runs half marathons, owns a Dutch oven, and has the type of mom who comments, so proud of you, honey, with sunflower emojis. I hated her for exactly 40 seconds and then, horribly, thought, of course. She makes sense. I did the absolutely dumbest thing available to me. I texted him. So, we're doing girlfriends now? He saw it. Scene 9:12 p.m. That was it. Silence, served cold. 10 minutes later, because patience is not my native language, I followed up. That came out wrong. Congrats. She seems kind. Scene 9:23 p.m. No response. I lay there, suddenly aware of how loud my fridge is at night. I tried to make my sadness dignified by calling my best friend, Priya, a woman who can pour hard truths without spilling them. She listened, then said, do not do this to him, Mara. He's showing you a boundary. Believe it. I left, but I came back, I said, like a child who expects a toy to still be on the shelf. Your life didn't go on layaway, she said. His kept happening. The next day, he messaged. Please don't. I stared at the bubble. Don't what? I typed, knowing exactly what. Don't make this a triangle, he wrote. I'm happy, Mara. I'm not setting that on fire to honor a story we outgrew. He hadn't said my name in 5 years, and somehow he still put it in the exact right spot. I typed a confetti cannon of words. Remember when's, nostalgic song lyrics, the classic I'm different now. I deleted them all. I'm sorry, I sent instead. I won't reach out again. Thank you, he replied. I wish you well. Do you know how clean those 4 words are when they land? Not cold. Clean. For 3 days, I was civilized. I worked. I took my dad to PT. I resisted the urge to walk the long way home past the bookstore I knew he liked. On day 4, the algorithm tried to kill me with a soft attack, a photo of Liam at lunch, captioned she loves the Casio e Pepe. It was so domestic and boring that it hurt more than a movie kiss would've. That's when I understood, this wasn't romance. This was a life. I almost sent him one last message. Let me just say sorry like grown-ups, coffee, 15 minutes, no pressure. Instead, the universe put them in my path. Saturday afternoon, near the park, coming toward me, Liam in his favorite too soft t-shirt, tote bag on his shoulder. Elise beside him in a striped sundress, sunglasses parked on her head like she didn't need to prove she looked good in them. They were carrying a plant with leaves shaped like hearts, which felt like prop comedy at my expense. He said something, she tilted her head in that go-on way he lives for. I ducked behind a food truck like a coward and watched them pass. They did not see me. The grief was small and sharp and embarrassingly private. I texted Priya, I didn't say hi. She responded with 14 exclamation points and I'm proud of you, which felt like someone steadying my elbow as I stepped off a curb. Here's the thing about the grief you give yourself, it doesn't come with casseroles. No one shows up to sit on your couch and pat your knee because technically nothing happened. So I parented myself. I muted his account. I took the picture of us from my top drawer and put it in a box labeled true, but over. I told myself I was allowed one look per week at his page if I couldn't stand it, then made a game of winning that rule. This is where you expect I immediately met someone and got poetic about fresh starts. No. I learned to be bored. I learned that not texting someone is an action, not an absence. I learned that leaving people on read can be a boundary and a blessing depending on where you're standing. I learned to run again. Badly, red-faced, at an hour city pigeons consider late. Every time I wanted to type, can we just talk? I laced my shoes instead. A week later, his sister, who has always liked me and doesn't deserve to be drafted into my theater, bumped into me at the farmer's market. We did the hugging someone who knows your oldest jokes thing. She asked about my dad's knees. Better. I said Liam looked happy. No names, just a truth hanging between us. She said, he is. Thank you for wishing him that. I bought peaches I didn't need and cried into a napkin behind the compost bin, which is exactly as dignified as it sounds. Eventually, life relearned my shape. I got really good at making one-pan dinners because grief is exhausting and I refuse to starve. My mother stopped pretending journals and articles are the same thing. My dad's PT said, we're turning a corner, and I high-fived a man with a knee brace like we'd won a championship. I matched with a librarian who wears boots that make the right kind of noise and says, my favorite coffee is the coffee that shows up. We had an awkward, decent date where no one misused the word soulmate. Progress sometimes looks like ordinary. Do you want the trick? There isn't one. There's the unsexy maintenance of your own dignity. Unfollow. Do not walk past the places where your body will trick you into believing fate is a scavenger hunt. Stop asking mutuals to be your informants. If you must write the letter, give it to your therapist to read aloud until it sounds like fan fiction. Don't send it. Liam won, if we're scoring. He won by not taking the bait, by refusing to keep a pocket open for me just in case. He won by posting 11 seconds and not editing his life for my nostalgia. He won by saying, please don't, instead of delivering a TED talk about my flaws. He won by drawing one clean line and walking forward, hand in hand with the woman next to him, toward a bowl of pasta and a very boring, very lovely future. And me? I learned that love isn't a boomerang, it's a door with a handle. If you want it open, ask. If you leave, don't assume the universe will wedge it for you. If someone closes it gently and says, I wish you well, believe them. Step back. Don't knock. Not this time. Last night, my phone lit up with a new story, Liam's dog asleep on his lap, a book open on his stomach, a caption about some essayist he's still trying to make me love from afar. I smiled genuinely, in the way you do when a song you used to dance to plays in a grocery store and you keep pushing your cart. Then I put my phone face down, rinsed the dish, and texted the librarian, still up for coffee tomorrow? He wrote back immediately, always. I slept like a person who finally stopped trying to edit someone else's happy ending.